Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and this is Coffee, Crafts and Yaps. If you've been here before, you know my craft room is a mess. If this is your first time here, welcome. I've probably drunk way too many coffees, so I'm probably gonna yap super fast today, and I'll also be talking about one of my favorite things, which is knitting. If you haven't already, grab your beverage of choice. I've got mine. It's a coffee. It was made by a very smart and beautiful barista. Lies, the barista was me. I made my own coffee. But also got snacks, so if you don't have snacks, grab snacks. My snack of choice is peanut M&Ms today. And go grab your whip. This is a great time to get some progress done. I was always a knitter that knit a lot of accessories, so scarves, beanies, baby blankets, baby knits. And end of 2024, I decided I wanted to try my hand at garment knitting. I don't know why I didn't try it earlier. I've used all of the techniques, but I wasn't sure if making something fitted or making sure my tension was on point was what was scaring me, because that is stuff I always need to take into consideration when I'm making baby accessories or knitting not really scarves, but when I'm knitting beanies, because otherwise you end up with a giant oversized beanie or one that doesn't fit on people's heads. So yeah, I noticed that my wardrobe was full of a lot of ready to wear jumpers, cardigans, sweaters, and I just was concerned about the ethics behind these products being produced. So I figured, whilst I'm trying to update my wardrobe, I may as well knit some jumpers and sweaters myself. So I declared 2025 as the year of the garment. I am a slow knitter. I do enjoy the process. I also make a lot of mistakes. I do know how to fix some of them, but sometimes when you drop down to fix a mistake and then you rectify it, I find that the stitches don't always look the same, and then when I'm working on it, I'm always looking at that spot where that mistake previously was, and I'm like, move past it, and then I just get to a point where I can't move past it, and then I frog it all the way back, even if I'm nearly finished, to then fix the mistakes that I made. And sometimes I don't make the same mistake again, but I make another mistake and then I have to drop down to fix it, and that's why I think it takes me so long. So I am trying to be a bit more easygoing with my errors, and I tell myself no one's gonna notice but me, and I try and move on. So that is how I've got a few things complete. And I'm also one of those people, when someone's like, oh, I like your jumper, I'm like, oh, there's a mistake here, No, I need to chill. But back to 2025 being the year of the garment. So doing my masters, working full time, I still need to make time for my family, my husband, my dogs. I was a bit concerned, when am I going to get time to do the things that I love? And also, talking about ethical consumption, do I need 100 sweaters, jumpers, etc.? Probably not. I live in a hot climate. Like, it's been spring and we've been nearly getting 40 degrees. Like, whew, she's sweaty. So that was something else I was taking into consideration. I've decided to declare 2026 as the year of the sock. I figure sock knitting is more portable, I can take it with me, and they're just smaller projects as well. So hopefully it'll be something that I'm a little bit quicker at getting through, but also if I make a mistake and I need to frog it back, it's not like I'm frogging back a whole jumper. Yapping time. I tried to get into sock knitting quite a few years ago. It would have been approximately 3 years ago. I ordered a sock kidding. I ordered a sock knitting kit online, and it had the pattern included, it had some yarn, and it had some straight needles. And I was like, yes girl, I'm gonna knit socks, great. And then I received the pattern and it was not beginner friendly at all. It was horrible. I couldn't understand a word that it said. And this is from someone who has been knitting a while and cannot write their own patterns and always has used a knitting pattern. So that is saying how bad this pattern was. I don't think it was even a proper pattern available on Ravelry. It was just the shop had written up a pattern and it was meant to be beginner friendly. It was not beginner friendly. So I shoved that, I think I threw the pattern out because I couldn't find it. But I shoved that yarn in a drawer and it's been living there ever since. And it was quite nice yarn. I really did like the colour and that's what influenced me. But then I started watching a lot of knitting podcasts and I was knitfluenced. I don't know why, but I love Summer Lee's videos. I love watching people's Cuff Club videos. I just, as someone who doesn't knit socks, I don't know if this is weird, right? I watch all these sock knitting videos, all these amazing reviews, and I think I got knitfluenced. So watching Smash Knits, if you haven't watched her, please check her out. And she raved about the Summer Lee book. Didn't even know, well actually I do watch Summer Lee, so I did know she had a book, but I watched her and she spoke so highly of the book. So I went and bought it. Do you know how long I've had this book for? 6 months. And do you think I've knit anything from it? No. I have decided I'm going to use my book and I'm going to start knitting socks. But it just makes me feel, is Summer Lee the gateway drug of sock knitting? Do I start with her basic socks? So I was knitfluenced because her Colorwork Cuff Club Volume 1, I ordered on Ravelry. I can't knit socks. I can knit colorwork, but I've never knit colorwork socks. So, never used any of the patterns. Not one. I don't even know what that point was. But she made me want to knit socks. So I feel like she is the gateway drug. And then once you start sock knitting, because they're colourful, they're bright, they're attractive, then you move into the other. So then you start making a Sari Nordland sock. Then you start moving into other sock designers. I just feel that she is the gateway drug of sock knitting. And compared to jumpers and sweaters, I will wear socks. I wear socks to death. I was influenced at a young age by Lily Allen in dresses with, at that time, socks weren't cool, but socks are cool now, but dresses and sneakers. And I wear dresses and sneakers all the time. And I have a couple of socks that I always wear with my dresses and sneakers that I like popping out because I think it looks cute. Even if Gen Z doesn't think it looks cute. I think it looks cute. I also make the fashion faux pas, I don't know if it's a millennial thing, is it a millennial? Of wearing socks and Birkenstocks. I'm sorry, but if I'm tottering around and my feet are cold, I have socks on. And then if I need to go to the shops or something, I don't want to take my feet out of my cozy socks. And my Birkenstocks, I just slip them right in and bam, I'm ready to go to the shops. In saying that, I do live in a regional area, so there are a lot of people that have no shoes on at all. So if they're judging me for having socks and Birkenstocks, I will judge them for walking around with no shoes on. It's fine if you live coastal, you go to the beach, you don't, that's fine. Not out here. You do not go barefoot out here. So I will judge them back for that. Even if I'm not trendy, let's face it, I'm a millennial, I'm an elder emo, nothing I do is going to be trendy anyway, so I may as well just be me. So back to the sock knitting. I've got my supplies. Supply number 1, The Sock Project by Summer Lee. So in her book, she has multiple basic sock patterns. So I figured I might just do Julia and Julia, or whatever that movie was called, where the lady cooked through Julia Child's cookbook. but summerly sock style. So I'm going to start at the first one. I'm going to knit the first iteration of the basic sock, and I'm going to work my way through to find which socks I enjoy knitting the most. And then I'm going to start progressively working my way through each of the socks. And once I've done that, if I haven't had enough sock knitting, I'm going to get in and knit my Colourwork Cuff Club socks. So book supply number 1. Supply number 2 is, oh god, I'm going to mispronounce this, please don't judge me, is the ChiaoGoo Premium Stainless Steel Needles. So this is the SS Red Lace Circular. It's 100 centimeters or 40 inches in US size 1, which is 2.25 millimeters. I've told you, I love Summer Lee, I watch her videos. This is what she uses and she recommends, and she knits socks in the magic loop method. I use magic loop or traveling loop when knitting my sleeves, so I think these may suit me because I hate DPNs. I have a whole packet of double pointed needles on my shelf behind me. They're pink, they're a nice wood because I thought my issue was that metal needles weren't grippy enough, and that's why I couldn't use them. It's not the metal needles. My brain does not work using double pointed needles. I just can't do it. They're evil. I hate them. I should go burn them. I won't burn them. The paint will probably release toxins into the environment, and maybe one day I will enjoy using them, or I will find someone else who enjoys using them. But again, I get knit fluenced easily, so I have also got Addy Lace Sock and Under. So these are a 2.5 millimeter needle, and the whole length is 25 centimeters, and it's got the shorter needle and the longer needle. So again, Ash from Smash Knits uses these to knit her socks. So I also purchased a pair in the same size, and I feel that I'm going to try both methods and find what works for me. Understandably, I will have to go up some needle sizes when knitting colourwork. I don't like knitting colourwork on magic loop, so I thought maybe the shorties needles might be better suited for when I get to the point where I'm knitting colourwork. My initial socks are going to be colour blocked, so I will cross that bridge when I come to it. Supply number 3 is yarn. Alright, so I may have broken some of my own rules regarding ethical consumption when it came to this purchase. So, yarn number 1 is this beauty. So this is Hort Knit yarn. I don't think they're an Australian dyer, but this is what I got when I ordered my beginner sock kit, which was not beginner friendly, thank you. And I just love the colour, and I'm pretty sure that's why I ordered that kit from that place. So it is hand dyed in Brunswick, Maine. Definitely not Australian, but it's so pretty. Oh, look at it, so pretty. It feels fairly soft. The colourway is Can't You See? Love a bit of sass. See is spelled S-E-A. And it's the Jimmy Sock fingering weight. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. This is a weigh 100 gram skein, and it says you get 463 yards out of it. So this was the OG sock yarn, so I want to use this on my first sock that I knit. And even if it is terrible, I will frame it, and any future socks that look good, I will compare the two. So I wanted to colour block my socks because I'm a colourful girl. I love a bit of colour. I don't like boring. If I wanted boring, I would just shop ready to wear and wear a whole heap of beige. So I didn't have anything that I don't really buy sock yarn. So I needed to order some more. Before I get to what I ordered to match this, I will discuss one of my other sock yarns from my stash. So the sock yarn I randomly bought is this beauty. Like, isn't it gorgeous? Like, all the shades of green. So the color is Urban Jungle. It's by Shardy Glen Designs, which is bespoke Australian yards. And this one is also 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's 100 grams and 400 meters is your yardage. Isn't it gorgeous? So I bought this on a whim. Why did I buy sock yarn? I don't know. So I went to a market, a festival, I think it was called a festival, out in regional Queensland, so a couple of hours away from me. It's a yearly annual event, and we went there to support a friend, and they had some really great food. It was really great. And in the middle of nowhere was a tent full of yarn. Was not expecting to see that at that sort of market, and I just had to buy some. Her colors were so beautiful. I don't like to buy yarn unless I have a project in mind, and I didn't have a project in mind because I was sprung. This got me unawares. So I was like, what to get? And I just picked up the sock yarn because I figure one skein should be enough to do a pair of socks, right? So I had a project in mind, socks, even though I don't knit socks. So picked it up, grabbed it. It's beautiful and I loved it so much. And I love that she is regional, she's in Queensland and hand dyes her yarns, right? Sweet, good. So then the conundrum was, when I had this yarn and this one, they don't really pair together nicely. So I need to order some more. If I want to knit my way through the book, need some more yarn. So I looked up Hort Knit. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And I couldn't find it in Australia. So I was like, ugh, I'm not paying for shipping from the States. And I was like, oh, what about old Shardy Glen? So I ended up putting in an order. Ordered way too much, but it will be used because I wear a lot of socks and I wear my socks out. So to pair with Can't You See, I picked up a blue because you've got the blue down the bottom. So this color is Budgie. Again, it's merino superwash 4-ply. 100 grams gives you 410 meters. And it's, again, the same composition of 75% merino, 25% nylon. So sock set number 1, Can't You See Budgie is what we'll call it. So yes, super excited. Sock set 1. So now I've got this stunning green and it needed a friend. And they say blue and green can't be seen unless there's yellow in between. So couldn't match them. So I had to order a green. I don't know if these are going to be too green, but I just really liked the color and I feel like there are bits of this green in the skein to tie it in. So that's how I made that decision. So this one is also from Shardy Glen Designs and it is called Dirty Martini. Love the name. I think of it like a dirty chai, right? Does a dirty martini have a shot of coffee in it? What makes a martini dirty? I don't know, because I guess, because my thought is to make something dirty, would you put alcohol or coffee in? But a martini already has coffee. But anyway, I really liked it. It's an olive green, maybe, I don't know. Should have been called martini olive, I don't know. And yeah, so this one is also merino super soft 4-ply. Oh, it says super soft, not super wash. Note to self. 100 grams gets you 410 meters, 75% merino and 25% nylon. So this will be potentially sock number 2 or sock number 3. And lastly, isn't it so cute? I love birds. I don't know what happened to me. I turned 30 and I became a bird watcher. I don't know if this happens to all 30-year-olds, but it happened to me. So on my property, as I may have mentioned previously, we got rid of a lot of the weeds, and we planted it with species that are endemic to our natural area, and to try and encourage the various different bird life that is endemic to our area to return. So as a part of that, it also included putting bird baths everywhere, and we built a duck pond as well. Crazy. But we figured to get them to come, we include the food source being the native plants, water source, bird baths, ponds, and they will return. And they have returned. I do the national bird count each year, and I love seeing from previous years the number of different bird species increase on our property. And then I also compare myself to other people on the map because I'm competitive, and we had the most species on our property. And I was like, yeah, it's because we plant native plants. But I just love birds. And Charty Glen on their website had a list of yarns which were bird themed, right? I wanted to buy them all of them, but I didn't. I had to steady myself, and I chose the galah because the first birds to return and to visit our bird bath was a pair of galahs, and they've now had a baby, and we see 3 galahs. So of course, in memory, they're still around, so I don't know, in recognition of the galahs being the first birds to return to our property, other than the noisy miners that were here all along, I got this one. So it has the beautiful pink and grey, which I really love, and then it has the little mini, which I was going to use as the contrast, in the darker grey, and it comes with the cutest little galah stitch marker. It is adorable. Hopefully you can see that really well. So yes, this, because it's special, my precious, and in memory of in recognition of our galahs, I want to save this for when my socks are a little bit better, so maybe it's going to be my 3rd sock. And I was thinking if I had some left over, I could potentially pair these 2 together, again depending on what's left, and they could look a little bit nice. Otherwise I might use it all. So let's see how we go. So yes, 2026 is the year of the sock. I'm looking forward to it. I will see if I can bring you along on my journey. I may try and film it, and then I may just rage quit and throw everything out. But maybe putting this up will help hold me accountable. I would love to know if you knit socks. What's your favorite pattern? Do you have any recommendations for tools to help me knit any socks? If you've stayed here this long and persevered, thank you. Hopefully you've got a sizable chunk of your whip done. You finished your coffee, you're getting ready for the day, or you're getting ready for bed, or whatever you're about to do. If you're a sock knitter, I would love to see some of your socks. I would love to hear about your favorite sock patterns. Are you a Summerlee girly? Are you a Surrey Northland boy? I would love to hear what your favorite sock project is, and would love to see pictures. If you think Summerlee is a gateway drug for sock knitting, then please hit the like button. And if you would like to join me on my mayhem adventure of sock knitting, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. Bye.